Good question.
I'd like to see it.
Do you know what it costs?
To go on the.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're selling tickets yet. They got to build the thing first. Wow. All right, that's our time for now as this Titanic heads to the horizon. We'll be back here again tomorrow. News 3 at 5 starts right after this.
Right now at 5, road conditions are a key issue in this year's election, where the candidates running for governor stand on road funding.
And it is the biggest Mega Millions jackpot drawing in U.S. history. It's happening tonight. We'll tell you how much it is.
This is News 3 at 5.
Thanks for staying with us, everyone. Volunteers are scouring a part of Barron County today, looking for any evidence that can offer investigators some clues about the disappearance of 13-year-old Jamie Kloss.
And now missing for an 8th straight day since her parents were found shot to death in their Barron home. After a call Monday for 2,000 volunteers, 14 groups today, broken into 150 volunteers each, walked in straight lines looking for anything, each of them with their own reason to help in the search for Jamie.
Because I can, and I'm able, and there's a little girl missing. And if it was mine, I'd want the world to be looking for her. So I'm able to be here.
Barron County Sheriff Chris Fitzgerald said they did find some items, but none of the items collected today appear to be connected to the disappearance of Jamie. They have received more than 1,300 tips so far.
The names of the people involved in a police shooting in Elkhorn have been released. The Walworth County Sheriff's Office says 38-year-old Sean Dutcher was shot and killed by 28-year-old deputy Peter Wisniewski. Law enforcement received a report of a vehicle driving recklessly Thursday. According to the report, during an attempt to stop the vehicle after a deputy exited his squad car, Dutcher allegedly drove toward the deputy, who shot him. Deputy Wisniewski has been placed on administrative leave.
A little cooler out there today. You can feel the difference. Let's get a look at your first alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti in the Weather Center. Gary?
Well, it was cooler today, but at least we have the sunshine, and tomorrow should be very similar to today with temperatures almost exactly the same. Visible cloud track, you can see some clouds working down the lengths of the Great Lakes thanks to the warm waters compared to the cooler air temperatures that we're seeing. But on Doppler track, other than a few lake effect snow flurries in the eastern portion of the UP of Michigan and a few lake effect rain showers in northern lower Michigan, the precipitation is pretty much limited to those areas. Low temperatures this morning started out anywhere from the middle 20s north and west of the Dells to the middle 30s across the rest of southern Wisconsin. High temperatures so far today about 10 degrees cooler than yesterday. Pretty much what we thought. Lower 50s here in Madison, even near the Lake Michigan shoreline, temperatures in the lower 50s. And these are near the current temperatures, right around the 50-degree mark, give or take a degree or two. By tomorrow morning, temperatures will be down into the upper 20s to lower 30s. Look for clear skies. Tomorrow we're back to sunny skies and another cool day with a high temperature of 51. That's your first alert forecast.
Gary, thank you. A Beaver Dam man turns himself in this morning after seeing law enforcement information that his vehicle was a suspect in a hit-and-run crash. Dodge County Sheriff's Office says it happened last night on County Road I near State Highway 33 in the town of Oak Grove when a vehicle traveling south hit a 32-year-old man from Reeseville. The sheriff said in the release another driver found the victim in a ditch and has serious injuries. 41-year-old Colin Beal fled from the scene but reported to the sheriff's office this morning after seeing the press release the sheriff's office had sent out. Beal has been arrested on a tentative charge of felony hit-and-run causing injury.
Video from the city's surveillance cameras led Madison police officers to a substantial battery suspect. 39-year-old Melvin Bogus of Madison was arrested yesterday after punching a homeless man in the head. Police say the homeless man was knocked unconscious and was taken to a hospital where he needed multiple stitches. Bogus told police the victim was injured during a mutual fight, but officers told him surveillance video did not support that claim. The Sara Lee Bakery on Madison's east side will be closing in January. The company notified its employees at a meeting this morning that the bakery on East Washington Avenue will be closing January 2nd. The Madison Bakery employs 158 people. A spokesperson for the company told News 3 a few employees will stay on and transition to different roles within the company.
The Rock County Sheriff's Office is making upgrades to its security.
This comes after a man was able to escape from an interview room last week. News 3's Adam Duxter joins us with what law enforcement officials say they're doing to prevent an escape from happening again.
Police say last week a man was able to escape from the sheriff's offices after jumping out of a window in an interview room. Now they say they're taking the necessary precautions to make sure something like this does not happen again. The building home to the Rock County Sheriff's Office has been around for a while.
The building's 100 years old. It's been used for many different things, and approximately the late 80s, the sheriff's office moved out here and converted it into office space and then into an interview room.
An interview room where officials say 17-year-old Quantrell Schwartzlow was being interviewed last week, suspected of second-degree sexual assault, among other things. Initially, Schwartzlow said he wanted an attorney present, but while being escorted to jail, he changed his mind and was brought back. That's when he was left in the room alone. Captain Christensen says this is typical.
Every day that we interview them, they are left alone in there.
Why is that?
It's common.
But what followed was not common. Schwartzlow opening the window, breaking the screen, and jumping headfirst to the ground below, then running. Unlike the ones in the jail, these windows weren't designed to keep people in.
The screen on it is only on the lower portion, and it's just a regular house screen.
But now Christensen says every screen in the sheriff's offices will be replaced with a stainless steel security screen.
You'll probably still be able to get out of it, but it's going to take a lot more than just opening the window. It's going to take some kicking and pounding.
Now, Christensen says these screens will have to be custom made, and it will take them a while to get here. But he says once they are installed, it'll help to make this area safer. In Rock County, Adam Duxter, WISC News 3.
Captain Christensen says there was likely someone else involved in Schwartzlow's escape who helped the team break free from his handcuffs. Christensen says the investigation is ongoing.
A key issue this election season, Wisconsin's roads and how to pay to fix them.
The most recent Marquette Law School poll found 64% of people in Wisconsin think roads are in poor or fair condition. Our Rose Schmidt traveled to a road in our area that's in rough shape and tells us where the candidates for governor stand on this issue. Rose?
Well, chances are you've likely driven on a road in Wisconsin that was loaded with potholes, like Highway 78 between Prairie du Sac and Merrimack. The Department of Transportation started an emergency asphalt repaving project yesterday after neighbors complained and even petitioned the state to fix the road. This is a problem statewide. Governor Walker says his approach will be to give local governments large increases in road funding and maintaining state highways, and paying for it by not pursuing mega projects in Milwaukee. While Tony Evers has said everything is on the table, even raising the gas tax. But he's not committing to any one solution right now. I spoke with a woman today who says after driving down Highway 78, she understands why this is such a key issue this election.
And if they put something on top of it, I think they're going to still fill the bumps on it. But it's been bad all summer long, all winter. So We'll see what happens, but it's been a pain in the butt. I'll tell you that right now.
A project to redo Highway 78 cost the state $9 million in 2009, and resurfacing it again this month is going to cost another $1.3 million. The project going on right now is just to maintain the highway until it can be completely redone. The Department of Transportation says design plans to do that are in the works right now, and a reconstruction project is scheduled for 2023.
Rose Schmidt here in the studio with us. Rose, thanks.
Madison leaders are looking at developing more land on the Far East Side that'll be a part of the city in the next couple of decades, and they're asking for the public's input here. A public meeting will be happening at the municipal building in the town of Burke. City planners say about a third of the project under the Nelson Neighborhood Development Plan is land within the town of Burke, which will become part of the city of Madison over the next 20 years or so. It covers about 1,000 acres bounded by the interstate, U.S. Highway 151, the city of Sun Prairie, and a railroad. Much of the city's focus on expanding has been on Madison's west side, but city planners say they're seeing a high demand for land development on the east side as well.
We've been seeing a lot of redevelopment within the city and seeing really an increased interest in development on the periphery as well and some of the neighborhoods that are on the outskirts of the city. So we want to have kind of that balance and be prepared for that.
So the meeting starts at 6:45 tonight. Some information surrounding the project itself will be offered as well. City planners say this is the time to bring any questions or concerns that you might have forward.
The largest Mega Millions drawing in U.S. history is happening tonight. The jackpot for that drawing, $1.6 billion. The one-time cash option is estimated at $905 million, which after taxes in Wisconsin is $625 million. No one has won the Mega Millions jackpot since July 24th. And if you want to buy a ticket, they cost $2 each and they need to be purchased before 9 o'clock tonight. One area Mega Millions player is optimistic about his chances.
Even though the chances of winning is thin, it still gives you hope. You know what I mean? And if you could spend your money on alcohol, cigarettes, guess you could spend your money on a couple of tickets.
If you don't win tonight's Mega Millions jackpot, the Powerball jackpot Wednesday night is estimated at $620 million.
Two Janesville girls donated the money they raised running a lemonade stand over the summer to the Janesville Police Department. McKenna and Malia Maurer donated $100 from their summer lemonade stand to the department. The girls also created artwork for officers with the assistance of their parents. They say they chose to donate their profits to the police department because they knew the department had a tough year due to the negative press regarding law enforcement and wanted to help those officers.
Way to do something good.
Very kind gesture.
Yeah. There's more to come tonight at 5 when we come back. 2 weeks until the November election. Tammy Baldwin is going after Leah Vukmir in her latest ad. We'll have a reality check when we come back.
A quick recap of the day on Wall Street. The Dow Jones gives back another 126 points. The NASDAQ down more than 31. The S&P 500 lost 15. We'll be right back. Just 2 weeks now from Election Day, we're taking a closer look at some of the many political ads you're likely seeing right now.
Political reporter Jessica Arp has what you need to know about an ad you've seen about Alec in tonight's reality check.
Tammy Baldwin is once again going after Leah Vukmir in her latest ad for her connections to a conservative business organization.
Leah Vukmir's secret. Dozens of emails she didn't want anyone to see.
This needs clarification. For the context here, we'll go back to 2013 when the liberal group Center for Media and Democracy requested records from a number of Republican lawmakers of their communications with the American Legislative Exchange Council, or ALEC, a group that helps draft and support largely conservative legislation. Vukmir said that she didn't have any records to turn over to the group, so the Center for Media and Democracy sued, and Vukmir responded through her Department of Justice attorney that she couldn't be sued while in office.
Vukmir was sued and forced to release them. She stuck taxpayers with $15,000 in legal bills.
This also needs clarification. Ultimately, Vukmir and the group agreed to settle the case out of court. As part of the settlement, the state agreed to pay more than $12,000 in legal fees and $2,500 in damages. Vukmir also turned over nearly 150 pages of emails from her personal Yahoo account to the group in response.
What was Vukmir hiding? Emails with lobbyists from ALEC, the shadowy corporate interest group. Instructions for Vukmir to block Medicaid expansion and help the insurance companies.
This needs clarification. Among the documents Vukmir released included an email with a conservative think tank official thanking Vukmir and other lawmakers for sponsoring a resolution at an ALEC task force opposing the Medicaid expansion, saying, quote, "Each of you will need to introduce the bill to the task force." Vukmir was a sponsor but did not attend or speak at the task force meeting. I'm Jessica Arp with this News 3 Reality Check.
If you have an idea for a reality check, send it to us at realitycheck@channel3000.com.
The Turkish Prime Minister is not buying the Saudis' explanation of what happened to U.S. resident Jamal Khashoggi. The Saudis claim Khashoggi died during a fist fight shortly after he entered their consulate in Turkey October 2nd. They claim it was an interrogation gone wrong, but the Turkish president says this was a planned operation. President Trump sent CIA Director Gina Haspel to Turkey to get the latest on their investigation into the death.
The largest ever recorded caravan of migrants from Central America has grown to an estimated 7,200 people. Each day over the past 2 days, they have been walking 25 miles and are headed to the U.S. border near San Diego. But President Trump says they won't be allowed in. The president claims the caravan includes members of the MS-13 gang and Middle Eastern terrorists, although he has offered no evidence.
All right, we turn now to our local forecast. A little cooler out there, as Gary mentioned, but we did have some sunshine. That made things all right, Gary.
Yeah, and the wind isn't too bad either. So I think from a comfort standpoint, it really isn't all that bad out here today. Let's start out by taking a look, first of all, at the tropics. We still have very powerful Hurricane Willa, which is about ready to move onshore in the western portion of Mexico. Maximum sustained winds down a little bit to 120 miles per hour, moving to the north-northeast at 10 miles per hour. The storm will gradually work itself into the central mountains of Mexico, weaken into a tropical depression, but dump a ton of rain there, and more rain is heading for southern Texas, which is not good news for them. Our temperature trend over the last 24 hours shows that we were in the lower 60s at this time yesterday. We dropped into the middle 30s overnight, but today temperatures topped out in the lower 50s, so about a 10-degree drop compared to yesterday. Live view from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam in Platteville. Clear skies there. The WISC Skycam getting ready to show the sun setting in about an hour in the western sky, and the Edgewater Skycam in downtown Madison also showing sunny skies as well. As we look at our almanac for today, our high temperature 52 degrees, the low temperature 35, and right now we're sitting at 51 degrees with sunny skies, winds are out of the north at 8 miles per hour. Dew point temperature around 30, so the air is pretty dry and those temperatures will drop off pretty quickly overnight. High temperature trend over the next week, you can see those readings below normal every day. Average high temperature goes from 56 to 54. Best we're going to do is about 51 or just barely above 50. And for Sunday and Monday, temperatures will stay in the 40s. The 8 to 14-day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center through almost the first full week of November, calling for equal chances of above or below normal temperatures here in Wisconsin, below normal temperatures to our west, above normal temperatures to our south and east. That usually sets up an active storm track, and you can see consequently higher than normal chances for above normal precipitation, especially over the southeastern part of the country, but much of the eastern 3/4 of the country expected to see above normal precipitation. Last night, with the air being so dry, temperatures dropped into the 20s over northwestern Wisconsin. Generally, we're in the 30s across the rest of the state. Current temperatures range from the middle to upper 40s in northwestern Wisconsin to the lower 50s here. Weather track showing our upper level winds still coming in from the north and west. You can see the moisture moving out of Texas toward the Gulf Coast, but more rain will be moving into that part of the country from Willa. Here in the Midwest, things are very quiet. High pressure pretty much in control of the weather. The cold front that came through yesterday already down into Tennessee. Temperatures mainly in the 40s and 50s. You have to get well to our south and west before you see temperatures in the 60s and 70s. 29 for the overnight low temperature tonight with mostly clear skies, so another cold night. Tomorrow look for a high of 51 with mostly sunny skies. Future track shows those clear skies continuing tonight with low temperatures dropping upper 20s to lower 30s. Tomorrow sunny skies, high temperatures topping out in the lower 50s. For tomorrow night, look for clear skies in the evening, then clouds will move in later on. Low temperatures will drop into the lower 30s. Thursday will cloud up, but right now it looks like we'll just stay dry. Temperatures will be up around 50 degrees for high temperatures. Better chances for showers arrive from Thursday night into Friday. Just a slight chance of showers there. Saturday and Sunday, some showers. Could be mixed with a little snow from Saturday night into Sunday morning. And then another chance of showers just in time for Halloween on Wednesday. And then cooler weather for the end of next week. Rain and snow showers coming to an end on Friday. As we take a look at first alert traffic, right now about an average day on the Beltline. We're seeing some slowdowns in the eastbound direction near Monona Drive, or the westbound direction near Monona Drive. Eastbound direction starting to clear out after there, but basically from Monona Drive back to Verona Road in the eastbound direction, we're seeing slow traffic. So that means about a 26-minute commute if you're going eastbound on the Beltline from University Avenue to the interstate. Westbound, worse today, 31 minutes heading in that direction. And if you're heading out of Madison, about 28 minutes to Janesville on I-3990, 18 minutes to Sauk City on US 12, and 20 minutes to Sun Prairie on US 151 and East Washington Avenue. That's your first alert traffic.
All right, thanks, Gary.
Thanks, Gary. Ahead on News 3 at 5, another preseason honor for a Badger basketball player. Ethan Happ will tell you what it is just ahead.
The Associated Press has released its preseason All-America team, and a Badger made the cut.
Ethan Happ, one of 6 men's basketball players on the list for preseason All-American honors. Happ averaged just under 18 points, 8 boards a game as a junior last year. Purdue's Carson Edwards led the voting, 65 ballots from a national media panel. Other players who made the team include North Carolina forward Luke May, Duke freshman R.J. Barrett, Kansas Dedrick Lawson, and Nevada's Caleb Martin. Happ and Martin tied for 5th spot on that AP All-America team. Happ is the 4th Badger to earn preseason AP All-American honors, joining Michael Finley, Jordan Taylor, and Frank the Tank.
After a memorable year for the Milwaukee Brewers, the front office is reflecting on the 2018 season. The Brewers finished with a franchise record 102 wins, capturing the NL Central Division crown and appearing in the National League Championship Series, where, of course, they lost to the Dodgers in 7 games. Manager Craig Counsell says the loss in Game 7 was tough, but the desire to get better still remains for the team.
We've got a lot of work to do. It's not easy, and not a lot of different work, but it's hard to get where we got. It's really hard to get to that point. Really good teams cannot get to that point. So, you know, that's what's so daunting about it. But that's what's also inspiring about it, is that you got to work hard to try to do it again.
Meanwhile, the Boston Red Sox and the Los Angeles Dodgers are set to square off at Fenway Park in Boston for Game 1 of the World Series this evening. Ace Clayton Kershaw will take the mound for the Dodgers, while Chris Sale will start for the Red Sox. First pitch gets underway at Fenway tonight at 7:09 and will be broadcast on Fox.
Those Dodgers look a little chilly there at Fenway,
They
don't
do.
they? Bundled up. Well, stay with us. We'll have another check of our forecast in just a moment.
Tonight on the CBS Evening News, we're going to have more on the viral outbreak that has killed 6 children at a healthcare facility in New Jersey. Thousands answer one sheriff's call to help solve a mystery. And the rush to cross state lines and buy tickets for those whose states do not participate in Mega Millions. That is tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And Gary's here now with a final check of the forecast. Beautiful night tonight.
Yeah, on the chilly side, but it's fall now. And current temperatures are actually in the lower 50s, so pretty comfortable, just about 10 degrees cooler than this time yesterday. High temperatures, lower 50s the next 4 days. Sunny tomorrow, but clouds move in for Thursday and Friday. Slight chances of showers Thursday night into Friday. Better chances of rain just in time for the weekend, and those showers could be mixed with some snow late Saturday night into Sunday morning. Dry for the first part of next week, some showers in time for Halloween, and then a little cooler after that, maybe some snow mixed in there too.
All right, Gary, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us for News 3 at 5. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 at 6. The CBS Evening News is next. Stay with us.